everyone. Welcome back for Game 3 this evening of Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. I'm titling this adventure Spider Girl. It should be a very great one. We've got 4 awesome adventurers here. Unfortunately, their titles are not shown as we're having some technical difficulties with our overlay, but everything else should be functioning
Not
more
a problem for me.
Yeah, no problem for Sword, the Untitled, which I can't call you the Untitled because that'd be almost be a title, and that's we can't have that. But anywho, yeah, I'm just going to take a moment to introduce our 4 characters. But before I do that, I just want to let you all know we have started our raffle in the chat. Just type !bonanza to enter. Winner gets 10 points toward playing in D&D time, so it's worth doing. But yeah, let's start introducing our first character, Euchaunkas Ouwoupli, the High Priest, Lizard Folk Cleric of the Great Big Cloud. How are you, Euchaunkas? It's been a while.
Well,
not that long.
Been busy working on that Inquisition.
Yeah. So is it? I know you were dealing with business. You were working on some startups, but now you switched over to Inquisition, or are they tied?
It's too focused. I'm thinking of incorporating the two.
Oh, geez, Inquisitions Inc. That sounds awfully
little
similar to
close
something else.
to something else. So maybe not
worry about that
Inquisition
branding. You might want to be careful with that branding, Euchaunkas.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, you implied it.
Nope. I think you.
All right, I'll take
I think this is on you.
Yeah, it was
you.
All right, fine. It was me. Well, Euchaunkas,
Thinking about getting my siblings involved, and
it
can be a whole thing.
I didn't know Euchaunkas. You had a big family.
I'm a lizard person.
I mean, I wasn't making any assumptions.
We're born in clutches of eggs. I couldn't even count the number of siblings I probably have.
I understand. Okay. You see, I'm an ignorant white middle-aged man, so I'm not aware of these kind of things.
You're middle-aged?
Shit, I'm not middle-aged. God damn it. I feel middle-aged right now. Anyway, Euchaunkas. How, I don't know what I was going to say. How you doing? You doing good?
Yeah, I guess.
Inquisition's got you feeling good in the mornings?
Yeah. Yes. Inquisition time.
Yeah,
time for the Inquisition.
No, what's this Inquisition for? What are you
wiping out every other religion, except for I guess the conch and the moon guy.
The moon guy?
Silver blood.
Yes, of course. How's that going so far? What lesser religions have you already wiped out?
Oh, we got the jellyfish guys. They were real easy. They just sort of stood there and rolled at us. So that one was fun. I got a few tree worshippers.
Now, do you mean they just worship regular old trees?
Yeah. Turns out the really, I'm just going to say it, stupid religions are really easy to wipe out.
Well, Euchaunkas, you learn every day better ways to be more efficient in what you do. And I'm glad your Inquisition's going well. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, welcome back to D&D. It's always great to have you. Next, we have Farzu. Farzu, I hear you've been spending a lot of time down in the D&D time Central City Prison. How's that going?
Yes, it is I, Farzu, Big Boss Papa Farzu, and I have just escaped prison.
Now, Farzu, how do you keep escaping from prison? I mean, that's incredible.
It is incredibly easy.
What's your secret? Or are you going to write a book about how I escaped?
You guys should really improve the prison quality of that place. Keep a lot of dangerous people in there.
Oh, are you the most dangerous person they keep in there?
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, but, people even more dangerous than Farzu, the Big Boss Papa Farzu.
It's
Damn.
I've heard today that somebody's daughter has been missing. And who better than the big Papa Farzu?
Exactly. Farzu, you got those parental instincts, the big Papa, as everyone is aware. So, Farzu, welcome back to DnDTime. And I'm sure you are the tiefling for the job to
just let someone
exactly.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us again, Farzu.
That was kind of spooky at the end there.
I'm free.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a great adventure. Next we have.
You sure bet it is. Omnipotent voice narrator.
That's exactly what I am. Next we have Lorquin. Lorquin the Unkillable. Lorquin, how are you doing? You are, I think, still the only samurai in the land of DnDTime. Or at least in Bartholomew's company.
As far as I'm aware, I'm the only samurai.
There were two.
Yeah, the only samurai that's still alive.
Well, Lorquin, I gotta ask the question: have you been killed since we last saw you? Are you still the Unkillable?
I am still the Unkillable.
Oh, that's good. There we go. I'm always anxious when I ask that kind of question. You never know what kind of answer you're gonna get, but I'm glad we're hearing the good answer there.
Wait, what happens if you get killed?
I tend not to think about that too much.
I'm more curious.
I guess we'll find out if it ever happens, but I am doubtful.
Well, hopefully not tonight. I guess. So, Lorquin, have you found any more leads toward finding out what or whom could have been the cause of death for your master? Have you gotten anything?
Yeah.
Not really leads, but like toward actually avenging.
Well, I found out the lizard's name finally.
Yeah? Oh, really? It's not Euchaunkas, right?
No,
That'd be weird.
It's not Euchaunkas.
Okay, well, that's good. Who is it, or is this something you're keeping secret until you're ready to strike?
I'm keeping it to myself.
Yeah, fair.
Don't
You wouldn't want him to know.
Don't want to give him fair warning. Yes.
Exactly. Well, Lorquin, I wish you the best when the time comes to avenge your master and strike down this horrible lizard folk who has wronged you in such a horrible way.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you're going to be hopefully preventing someone from being wronged tonight. You're going to be rescuing, or finding rather, some young girl who's gone missing. And thank you for joining us again, Lorquin. Last but certainly not least this evening, Sword Coheir. Welcome back. You have no title, but you are simply a humble cleric traveling the lands in search of new experiences. Sword, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Any good new experiences to share?
I'm afraid not. It's actually been rather humdrum since I was last here.
Now, are you familiar with last week's episode? Oh, I'm sorry, not episode. Last week here in the Lands of DnDTime, there was apparently an awful just killing spree at a team building exercise Bartholomew set up. A bunch of adventurers died. I assume you weren't there. You were off doing your own.
Obviously not, because I'm still around.
Yeah, well, being a high
I have
level
a tendency to die.
Well, I'm glad you managed to make it out of avoid that entirely. Congratulations for that. So I guess, yeah. Is there anything in particular new you want to share with the world, Sword? Or is it just more the same? You're checking out the small kingdoms today?
Just another day at Bartholomew's. Like I said, nothing new has really been happening with me.
Well, the thing about when life gets dull, it gets a lot brighter later on. I'm sure there's going to be something interesting that'll come along and strike your fancy in no time. But today, you're all headed to the small kingdoms. a broad amalgamation of fiefdoms and small villages and kingdoms to the southwest in the lands of DnDTime. It borders the ancient and primeval forest known as the Wildewoad. Actually, I believe the original home of Euchaunkas.
This is my home.
But and you have been sent for by a lesser noble who runs a small village in the area. Apparently, his daughter has gone missing. And our adventure begins as you have made your way to the small kingdoms. You have passed through several of various different sizes, but eventually you found yourself in this humble village of a few hundred people. A small noble manor on the north side, right by the edge of the woad itself. You are greeted by a butler upon knocking on the door, and are brought directly to the lord of the place. His name is Leon Petir, and Leon tells you that his daughter has gone, and he's not sure why. And at this point, you are in this fine nobleman's home, and he tells you, please do anything you can to find my daughter. If you have your run of the place, well, you need it.
What do you know about her disappearance?
Leon, how the hell did you lose your daughter?
I do not know. She disappeared in the night. We found only that the window was open. Her tutor was the one to find her.
Oh, well, lucky for you. You've got the best big papa on the case.
I know. I specifically requested you, Papa the Big Boss, Papa Farzu. I knew that only the instincts of a papa could know.
Yes. I understand you.
Do you think she went into the Wildewoad?
I don't know if she was captured or left on her own. I'm not aware.
How old is she?
8? Very young. She's just recently, in the past few years, begun her magical training.
Okay, if she's in the Wildewoad, she's dead.
Well,
Just saying it.
Thankfully, children do not die when they are so young here in the Lands of DnDTime.
That's right. Forgot about
If that was
that.
not the case, you'd absolutely be correct, which is why I am so concerned.
Probably crippled then.
Oh, do not say such things. He shakes his head in clear distress. He's not happy.
I'm sure.
Just think about what could be
yeah,
happening to her, and then I'll list like 1,000 awful things.
You can just see the dread soaking in. Just, oh no!
Don't forget the vile veggie pygmies.
No, please, just find her. Whatever you can do. I have taxed the absolute shit out of everyone in this town to get the Bartholomew bucks to pay you.
Were you already taxing them beforehand? Like, really heavily?
No, not really. Just a little.
Just recently?
Oh yeah, only recently.
Okay. Seems legit. That would eliminate kidnapping, I think.
All right, I don't want to talk to you anymore, but if you could look around the place.
Hey, what's the name of this town? We didn't get a name for it.
Yes, it's called Petir, after me, Lord Petir.
Quick thinking. Okay.
Very quick thinking. I had the word in front of me.
Let's, I guess, go up to her room and look around.
Yes, if you'd like, you can also speak to her tutor, Malthus the Beige. He's a wizard.
Anyways, Beige?
Beige. He's a very bad wizard. He does minor magic tricks, but
why is he her tutor then?
he's what we can afford for a good wizard. He accepts gold and not Bartholomew bucks, which makes him a rarity.
Idiot. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so you all disengage from Lord Petir. What's your first place to look at?
I guess, yeah, bedroom?
What, is he gonna take an opportunity attack against me?
No. You verbally disengage. Or he verbally disengages, more like. So, Euchaunkas, you head up toward the bedroom.
Yep.
Are the rest of you just following Euchaunkas for the most part for now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me stealth behind him.
You stalk behind Euchaunkas. Okay. Just
And let me
brutally
like
follow.
look, yeah, and look around at this place while I'm doing so. Doing some investigations.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation or a perception check. Farzu.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll tell you if you passively notice anything, or I guess if you notice anything along the way. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, that was Sword. But Sword, so you're looking around, and Farzu, you're looking around. And despite the activity that's been here, unless it was all cleaned up, there's no sign of any struggle like along the way to the bedroom. Everything seems totally in place and in order. Farzu, you see like a strangely, I think with your investigation there, Fox, Jesus Christ. Farzu, the big boss Papa Farzu, there we go. You see like an abnormally large number of like little spiders crawling around the house. And Euchaunkas, as you get to the bedroom door and you throw open the doors to look in, you see a fairly spacious chamber. There's a simple wooden bed on the other side with fairly nice sheets for the daughter of a noble. There's a very colorful rug of blues and greens and reds. They kind of forms concentric circles, and it sits in the middle of the room. And there are bookshelves all over the walls. On all of the bookshelves, though, instead of books, there are glass jars. And in those glass jars, each contains a different small spider. They all seem to be dead, you'd think, though. But it's just this very, like, odd sight. There's also a window. The window is currently open. And you all kind of look in and can see this very peculiar room.
All right, there's spiders. Nothing unusual there.
Dead spiders and jaws? I'd say that's very unusual.
Oh, is it? I thought all humans had like a collection of something.
Yes, but it's not normal dead spiders.
Yes.
Are there normal collections?
Spiders. Wonderful.
Live spiders is somewhat
I'll take
normal.
a jar of spiders and just stick it in my mouth and eat it.
The jar itself?
No, I'll take one of the spiders out.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, so all these jars, they're of varying different sizes. Some of them very large, some are very small. And they each contain only one spider. And they're stacked all over on these shelves. You pick one of them up, you open it up. The spiders seems perfectly, like, preserved, and they're not damaged at all. But it's very dead when you pluck it out, and yeah, you just eat it. Tastes kind of old.
Crunchy, but still.
Oh, let me try it.
You guys start eating the spiders.
Yeah, no, she left him too long. Maybe these are her snacks.
Oh, well, these are favorite snacks. We should bring some more with us, in case we find her.
In case we get hungry.
That too.
So, Lorquin and Sword, you see Farzu and Euchaunkas just like having this conversation, eating the spiders out of the jars. You just like not even, you're just totally jaded to it at this point? Or
Yeah, just no.
I'm just turning round and thinking, where's the tutor? Just ignoring what is going on.
you're just completely ignoring it?
You guys want any spiders?
They're a
You
bit
can have
stale.
mine.
So,
All right.
I
Lorquin,
think I got some ketchup or something around here. Oh, nope, that's just my vile blood.
Lorquin, you're the only one that's like, you and Sword are looking around and like maybe investigating a little bit. It's very obvious that there was some struggle here, but the struggle is very quickly subdued. And presumably they left out the window.
Oh, Farzu, you want to catch up? When I got those hot dogs on that last adventure we were on together, they accidentally threw the ketchup in. So hold on, give me a...
Oh, thank.
Here you go.
Ah, perfect. Thank you.
Yep,
I will take the.
Puke up the ketchup bottle.
Yeah, I'll take the puke bottle. Just like dab it on.
Yeah, it seems like perfectly fine refrigerated ketchup. It's almost like Euchaunkas' stomach is basically a refrigerator of holding.
It is, since I threw that ice in there. All right.
Oh, boy.
So if there's a struggle, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm really bad at investigating.
Well, we should probably check out the window. For some reason, I'm thinking these spiders are probably going to have something to do with it.
Sword, it's weird. As you go over to check the window, you can see signs of like loose webbing attached to the side of the house out the window. And down at the bottom, from this higher vantage point, you can see that there are very, very widely spaced kind of holes in the ground, almost like a gigantic spider's legs would make, that are moving toward the forest. You'd imagine that from the ground level, because they're so spread apart, you probably wouldn't have even noticed them. But from this higher vantage point looking out, you see them loud and clear.
Hell.
Hey, let me go get... I go into the hallway. Is there a servant?
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a servant.
Hey, bring me the tutor.
Okay, yeah, he leaves to get the tutor, and a short time later, a very like beat up looking, not beat up, like sad looking older wizard kind of walks up to you. He has very, very tiny like bits of hair left that doesn't form any sort of nice looking appearance. It's just kind of patchy, frazzled gray, and he's wearing this beige robe which does not look good with it. And he looks toward you and says, "Hello, I'm Malthus the Beige, the tutor here. What do you need of me, good sir? You summoned me."
I think I'll just look at him plainly and cast like prestidigitation or something to just shave his head bald, because the wispy hairs are really getting to me.
The hairs just go off without any difficulty. He hasn't noticed yet. There were just so few that he didn't seem to notice them just poof, getting fluffed off. But you have a feeling he looks like the kind of guy who'd be very proud of what little hair he had left, so you probably just crushed his spirits a little. At least when he notices.
I'm sure when he notices, he'll just cast like minor illusion just to keep them now.
Yeah, really.
And then I'll cast minor illusion to put some like real hair on his head. Well, illusionary hair.
And he still can't see it.
I give him like a mohawk and some like funky.
So this big spikes of hair coming off his head. This mohawk on this old man. I imagine it's like a Technicolor mohawk too, so it's very bright colors.
Yes, this is better. That's better. Oh, we're looking for the daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the investigators. Yes, she disappeared only last night. I was a little concerned she hadn't shown up for her lessons in a few days.
Yeah, and do you know where she went?
No, why would I have known that? I'm simply a tutor. I don't keep track of her, really.
You wouldn't
kind of like frightened now.
You wouldn't happen to know why she keeps dead spiders, would you?
Oh, I figured it was just a collection, young kids go through those phases. But I will say I was I've been a little concerned over some of the knowledge she's been inquiring about lately.
Such as?
Well, strange rituals of blood and the dead. I don't really know too much. I'm not familiar, so I wasn't able to help her. I figured it was just a phase. You know, her mother passed away a year or so ago. She's still getting over that. Poor lady.
Yeah. Where's her mother's grave?
Well, actually, she was devoured by giant spiders in the forest.
Oh,
right. I see. And she was looking into what kind of rituals were you teaching her?
Oh, I couldn't teach her anything. Really, I mean, I had some old books.
You're useless!
He cowers pathetically.
Which of these things did you spend the most time with in here? Like a teddy bear or something?
What?
Which of... You heard me, old man.
I don't know. Probably her notebook.
Okay, where is that?
He points across the room. There's a little bedside table with a worn notebook, worn brown notebook over it. Yeah, she uses that. She writes in it all the time while I'm lecturing.
So she doesn't pay attention to your lectures?
No, she's taking notes, I'm certain.
I don't think so.
Why would she not pay attention to my lectures if
because you're boring
to go?
And frankly, every word you say sounds like you're going to be your last.
I don't know what...
Have you ever actually read what she wrote in the notebook?
No, why would I go through her notes?
To verify?
She's learning blood rituals from somewhere and you don't know where and you're not looking for the notes?
I wasn't... I'm hired to tutor, not investigate. I don't understand why... I feel like this is getting very accusatory. I had nothing to do with it.
It's very accusatory. What did you do with her, old man?
Get him cowers. Actually...
My fucking crow familiar, like, circles around him.
Oh, give him disadvantage because you're crow. Oh, yeah. He actually falls over as you yell at him in the crow cause. He falls on the ground. He has, like, a hard time getting up. I had nothing to do with this. I don't know anything. I'm not even the beige.
Wait.
The what?
Then
I'm
what
not
are you?
even the beige. I'm brown. I'm brown. He looks dejectedly down at the ground.
What the fuck are you talking about? What in the hell?
I never earned the rank of beige.
What do you mean?
I'm a failure.
Beige in what?
He begins to try and, like, run away from you guys slowly with his walking stick.
I'll trip him.
Is beige really about brown?
Like, right over there.
I think at this point we should probably go towards the Garo and leave the old wizard alone. It sounds like he's not going to live much longer, so we should
this is the classic case. Her mother's dead. She's probably trying to resurrect her or some shit.
Okay, where did the giant spider monsters come in?
I don't know. But she has spiders in jars, so that's the thing.
Can you roll
Just
me
use your mind for a sec. My dad senses are working. A what?
Can you roll me an athletics check to push the guy down the stairs? He got an 8 on his.
Acrobatics?
It would definitely be athletics to push, to shove.
I'm not
can I try and like stand in his way and
like,
give him disadvantage?
What was that, Farzu?
I'm not gonna push an old man. That's harsh.
Okay.
But I'm gonna trip him. Is that okay?
You're not gonna push no man, but you're gonna trip him down the stairs.
Go ahead. Alright, he falls down the stairs.
Are you alright?
I'm okay.
I don't care.
Okay. As you look around, like, what was that story?
I think that's enough torturing the old man. Let's take the notebook and start heading towards the forest.
Yeah, as you look around, there's clearly nothing else to investigate in this room. You've got it all.
I'll like jiggle some dice between my legs and throw them from behind down the stairs.
Okay, the old man stops making awful sound.
Oh.
I'll get to use my gaming set proficiency.
He seems to be unconscious at the bottom of the stairs.
He'll be fine.
And yeah, you all either climb out the window or walk down the stairs, gingerly avoiding the unconscious old man, and make your way outside.
Hey, Sword, can I see that notebook for a second?
I'll use my mage hand to draw a dick on his face.
Yep.
Yeah, swipe the notebook.
I take the notebook and I just sort of flick my tongue at it a bit. I'm like, all right, I think I've got a scent.
Okay.
I'm not even going to question that.
And you head away from Manor Patir and begin to head into the dark forest ahead of you.
It's not that dark.
Well, it gets very dark very soon.
Yeah.
Has anybody read the notebook?
Oh yeah,
I'm reading it on the way.
I just smelled it.
No, you can't read that notebook. It's a little girl's. How dare you? And I say that as my crow familiar reads the notebook for me.
The crow familiar sits on little Sword's shoulder reading the notebook. Beautiful. Sword, if you flip through the notebook, it actually starts out as like notes, like wizardly notes. Actually, incredibly astute notes. Like a lot of attention paid. Yeah, very, very like focused and attentive. However, as you're like flipping through more and more pages, they start to get a little lazier. And then you see pictures of like spiders she starts drawing in. And by the end of the notebook, it's like 3/4 of the way full. It's just pictures of spiders and just scribbles and big crazy lines and chalk etchings and stuff. It's just like the ravings of a madman.
Weird that she decided to use chalk on paper.
Yeah, weird, right? It's really graphite, but you know what I mean.
I don't.
Well, you do. What are you stabbing with your dagger?
Oh, sorry. It's just my sheet's messing up.
Oh, good. Anyway, so yeah, you travel through the forest following these spider tracks for a short time, and after about 15 minutes, you start to see as the entire forest becomes darker. In this part of the forest, it's very heavily covered, and you see little spider webs, and then more spider webs, and it becomes very clear you are heading into an area that is absolutely infested by spiders. You can
As
see...
I can't see too well, I'm just going to light a torch from the darkness.
Yep, it's not quite dark, it's dim light, but the torch definitely helps to give everyone a better view of what's going on. And yeah, as you go and continue to travel, there's a very obvious path at this point where this larger spider has rushed through. Based on the size of this path, it must have been at least a large creature, something like 4 or 5 feet abdomen at the very least, based on just the trail it's made through the foliage. And yet you see all these tiny little spider webs and tiny spiders all over the place. You travel for another 15 minutes and it gets denser and denser, and you begin to see on the ground ahead of you webbing. Do you just keep traveling over the webbing, or what do you all do?
I burn it.
Yeah, I'll burn it too. I was just about to say.
All right,
I'll also burn it with the torch.
You're gonna have a really hard time traveling through it once everything's on fire, but
I'll be fine. I'm resistant to fire.
You're just gonna set the forest on fire. Okay.
Well,
Easiest way to
I'm
run
not
against
setting the
spiders.
forest on fire so much as burning the spider webs out my way.
The thing is, the web's on everything. I suppose if you wanted to go like kind of slowly, you could burn away a little bit of the web as you go. Is that your plan?
Controlled burn.
I'm more thinking like hold the torch in front of me and then just lead with the torch.
I'm just
so
like,
that anything in front of
I
me
see,
gets
yeah.
bummed out.
Yeah, burning as we go, but not like setting the forest on fire.
Okay, yeah, I think you're able to do that for the most part. There's still a little bit of web on the ground, which maybe is a little difficult terrain. It's just barely not difficult terrain, is how I think I'll say it. As you continue to push through, you continue to push through here. Eventually, the webbing becomes so dense on the outside between all the trees, it almost forms like a tunnel where this large creature has pushed forward. And you see ahead of you a singular web that goes completely, like, horizontally across the tunnel. It glistens ever so slightly. It's incredibly thin and very fresh. And you see actually words kind of woven into the spider web out of spider thread. And the words say, "Leave this place."
You only have spider web, you can't tell me what to do.
Lorquin flings the torch and burns it all away. And you begin to, I guess, continue to move forward. What are all of your passive? Sorry, what was that, Lorquin?
I was going to say, at this point, I'm probably walking with my shield up as well.
Can I change my familiar into a spider?
Sure.
Alright, and my passive perception is 13.
Yeah, you take your 10 minutes to recast your Find Familiar spell.
My passive perception is 15.
15?
17.
17. All right. You guys are all pretty good. As you're kind of perceiving, Farzu, you're recasting your Find Familiar spell, and you find your raven shrinks down into a tiny little spider. So what happens here is, what were they again? I'm sorry. Lorquin, yours is 13, and Sword, yours is 15, right?
13.
13.
Mine's
okay.
is 15.
Everybody's 13 except one.
Euchaunkas, yep. So, Euchaunkas, you see these creatures before they go, before any of the combat starts. And Farzu, your spider picks up on them via its web sense, alerting you. Scotty, you and Sword don't currently see these creatures, but you are alerted to their presence when I assume Euchaunkas or Farzu yell out that you have company of some kind. As monsters descend upon you. And actually, I'm going to need everyone to roll 4 initiative.
4 initiatives or 4 initiatives?
No, roll initiative. Sorry. Whap. Whap. And whap. Oh, wow. Terrible. Terrible.
I wasn't the lowest for once.
Yeah. It's a good day. Euchaunkas, giant spider. Oh, I'm sorry, Lorquin first. Lorquin. It's easier to just put Euchaunkas in front of giant spider. What was your initiative, Farzu?
$13.
Oh. I didn't see it in there.
No, I don't see it either.
Yeah, can you roll that for me? Or did you get a 13? I just didn't notice it somehow. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it still. Roll 20 is just being funky. I'll just put you in there with well. Yeah, Sword, your initiative's actually not too bad this time. And you all, well, actually, not all of you. Lorquin, Farzu, and Euchaunkas alert you that there are enemies descending upon you, probably quite literally. What is your reaction to that as you're the first to make an action? You don't currently see anything.
I would probably just hold up my torch and like wave it about to scare off any kind of creature from coming near me.
Awesome. Are you gonna take a dodge action or something with that, like trying to be defensive?
Yeah.
Or okay, cool.
Yeah.
Radical. So you take your dodge action, and then the giant spiders descend. You see them skittering, tear through the webbing on the side of the walls, and come at you. You see a total of 4 giant spiders come out, each going after a different one of you. Now, Euchaunkas, you're good. Same with Farzu. Both of you know exactly where these creatures were from either your perceptions or your familiar, so they have no advantage against you. But they're going to have advantage against Scotty, against Lorquin and Sword. So this one's against you, Euchaunkas, as it tries to bite at you.
No.
And that one's against Farzu. 18, Farzu?
Oh, 18 hits.
Yeah, just barely. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw as the spider jumps out and bites down into your shoulder? Ooh. It's only 2 points of poison, but yeah, the 13 damage as the venom courses through your veins. The other 2 come out of stealth going after Sword. We'll roll first. It's a 24 total, but really bad damage rolls. So Sword, you get bitten by this giant spider as it rushes out. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw? Also, change on these guys. If you succeed on the save, they do 0 poison damage, not half. All right, so you're going to take 7 points total. 4 piercing and 3 poison, as the poison courses through your veins as well. It probably gets you on like the arm instead of the shoulder. And Lorquin, last but not least. Ooh. Oh man.
Would the dodge action not make him?
Oh shit! The dodge action gives him a 9. Good call. Yeah, you're like it was right for your head, and you bash it away with your shield. Can you actually roll me the fire damage from your shield?
Yes, when I
from your Ramora's shield. Oh, well, all of your initiatives just happened at the same time.
It's good to know.
Oh well.
Actually, they came in 2 different groups.
Roll 20 works in mysterious. Oh, nice. And the fire bursts out and actually hurts the spider that leapt at you. At the end of the spider's turn, Euchaunkas, it's your turn as you are all surrounded by giant spiders.
How close together are these spiders?
I should just let you know, you're aware that about 60 feet, probably not, only about 30 feet up the tunnel, there is an Ettercap, a blue-black spider humanoid monstrosity creature, which is you know them as kind of shepherds to spiders. Likely the one who looks after this particular flock that is attacking you now. And you also can tell that there are swarms of tiny poisonous spiders above you waiting to descend.
Ew.
But what were you asking your first question?
How clustered are the big spiders?
Oh, they're extremely clustered. They're just on either side of you. Like, you 4 are in the tunnel, and then on one side of you, there are 2 of them, and the other side, there are 2 of them. And they're all right up adjacent to you guys.
Okay. Not great.
You could nail any 2 without really hitting your allies, but that's a decision that you could make.
Okay. I will. How tall are the trees in the Wildewoad?
At this point, you have no idea how tall these trees go. You can't see the top stuff under all the web and other foliage. But they vary anywhere between very normal sizes and massive, hundreds of feet.
I'm gonna call lightning.
Oh shit! Yeah, I mean you can absolutely call lightning. A storm appears and swirls above, and you hear a crack of thunder streak across the sky.
I'm gonna shoot
it is.
The Ettercap.
Oh shit! You're gonna go for him. Okay. Oh jeez. It's a dexterity save, right?
Yep.
Cool. He is going to. 8. All right.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do with that, or just? Oh, it's 22 points. You already rolled it. Okay. Radical. He takes a full damage as your lightning strikes.
And then I'm gonna bite one of the spiders.
Okay. Bite back. Yeah, and you absolutely hit the spider that was next to you. For 7 points. Alrighty. Yeah, you chomp down, and it does not like that.
And
At
I
the end of
gain
your turn?
some 10 hit points. Yep.
Absolutely. Farzu, it's your turn. You look around and there are spiders all around you, and illuminated by Euchaunkas' lightning, the Etter cap up ahead. What would you like to do?
Me?
Yep, it's your turn, sorry.
Oh, right. Okay. So I'll wrap my poisoned arm tightly and start climbing up the trees and unfurl my infernal wings and flap up into the sky. I will then use my familiar to just have my tiny spider crawl into the eye of the giant spider to give me advantage, or the help action.
You're flying up. And
Yep.
did you disengage?
Yeah, as my bonus action.
Oh, right, because you're a rogue. Shit, I forget about this sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep, you disengage.
And then I will use my action to shoot down.
Just saying, if you're going up, you will need to rip through some of the webbing up there. So I would need you to make a strength athletics check to do that.
Right.
Or you can make a dex saving throw to try and dodge it, but it's going to be really hard. All right, yeah, well, shit. I guess you're really good. So you manage to weave with your wings around everything, and up you go.
Into the moonlit sky.
Yeah, you can see that beneath you there is just webbing that goes for miles out into this forest. It's clearly the webby tunnel you've been traveling through.
Does a 20 hit the giant spider?
Well, it does have cover from all the webbing that's now in between you two, but you absolutely got to hit with a 20. So.
Okay.
And which one are you going for? The one that was attacking you, or one of the ones going
the giant spider?
There are
the
4
giant spider
spiders.
because my friend. Oh shit! There are 4 of them.
Yeah.
The one that was going after me.
Okay, revenge. 20 points.
Revenge.
You shoot it in its many eyes, and it screams in pain. See how that spider's actually doing. Yeah, that spider's still okay, but like he's looking pretty rough after that shot.
Right.
You came close to one-shotting him, but not quite.
Yeah, I end my turn.
Alrighty. And we are on to Sword. What would you like to do, Sword? You see now with Euchaunkas' lightning, the Etter cap about 30 feet down the tunnel, and all of the spiders around you.
I will cast Spirit Guardians.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. You call upon the guardian spirits to protect you. And how does that work? Is it on their turn they do it, or it's on your turn to happen?
Let me double check real quick.
I think it's on
Pretty
your
sure
turn.
it's on their turn.
Oh, really?
It's like, I think it was first time it was cast and then on their turn.
Okay, well, we'll check that in 2 seconds. What does your spirit guardians look like, Sword?
Tiny seraphs.
So these wonderful little seraph angels fly around and destroy your enemies. Righteous.
Looks
So
like
it is
on their turn.
first time on a turn or so. Yeah, so
That's
it's
the
Yep.
description of it there.
radical. So it's going to have to roll that on its turn, or each of them will. And is that the end of your turn there, Sword?
Yes, sir.
Radical. As you call upon these divine spirits. Farzu from above and under the dark clouds with the thunder and the lightning streaking, you can see the gleam of light glowing through all of the webs below. We jump to the Etter cap. The Ettercap is further than 15 feet away, so he does not have to roll anything. And the Ettercap is going to use command attack. He's going to command all of the spiders to attack. And that is his action. And then the swarm, the Ettercap makes horrible clicking spider noises and holds out its hands, and the spiders all seem to react in kind, redoubling their effort. The tiny swarms need to roll wisdom saving throws against your spirit guardians, which they fail. Oh wait, one of them succeeded. I'm shocked. Sword, can you roll your spirit guardian damage for these swarms? Alrighty, so the swarms are looking pretty bad from that. Which, that's really key. 12 points he just did to him? Damn. Oh, actually, one of them only took 6. So these two, you see insects, just tiny spiders leap down or fall down from above onto you all below. I'm going to roll a d3. So the first one is unfortunately going on you, Euchaunkas. And the second one is going on you, Lorquin. As these tiny spiders leap down and go to bite. At this point, they're very obviously there, so they don't have advantage in their attacks. This one's against you, Euchaunkas. It bites down.
Oh.
So that will hit. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw? Alrighty, you're going to succeed. So you're going to take half and then half again because this creature is actually below half its health.
So 4 and 2?
No, just 2. It's no poison damage on fail.
Oh,
on
2.
Success. Yeah.
All right. My temporary hit points.
That looked a lot worse than it was. And Lorquin, against you, it chomps down on the one chomps down to 17. Will that get you? Oh, Lorquin? Got it?
Oops, sorry.
It's all good.
No, the 17 does not hit me.
Oh shit! All right, so all these tiny spiders just fall onto you, and they're trying to like bite away at you, but you're just swatting them away enough to keep them from being able to get on you or really get in. And we are back to the top of the initiative order, and it's your turn, Lorquin. What would you like to do?
So, I'm going to speak my command word on my sword. Well, it's more of a command phrase. I'm going to say, it's time for you to burn in the flames.
And with that, it ignites.
And then I'm going to
fire.
Use my sword to just start slashing away at spiders that are close to me.
Radical. So you're going for the big, the giant spiders adjacent to you.
Yeah.
The first one, the 12, will not connect on the giant spider, but the 26 absolutely will. Go ahead and give me your damage. All right, 13 points. 13, damn. All right, so this giant spider is looking pretty hurt after that. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Lorquin?
No, that would be me.
Okay. The giant spiders will now go. And they are going to each attack. Well, actually, one of them is going to double up. And it's going to attack Sword. So, Sword, you got 2 giant spiders coming at you. Oh, they got to roll wisdom saving throws in their turn, don't they?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. Can you roll me damage on Spirit Guardians? There's 2 succeed and 2 fail. Another 12. A very consistent number. You actually kill you finish off the spider that Farzu had shot. The other 2, oh no, and you finish off the one that Lorquin just nailed. So yeah, damn, 2 of them just shrivel up in the Spirit Guardians. And so only 2 are left, and they attack Euchaunkas and you, Sword. So Sword, this one's going at you. You got a 24, so you didn't even need the +4 d4. And can you roll me a poison? Oh, I'm sorry, Constitution save for the poison. Oof. That's 18 total points of damage. poof, as the fangs sink in and the venom courses through your veins. And then I'm going to need you to roll a concentration check for your spirit guardian. The other giant spider is going after you, Euchaunkas, and he gets a 23. So he also is going to connect. Can you roll me that con save for poison? All right, so no poison damage on you. It's just going to be the 4.
Okay, I'm going to have him make a dex save.
Okay. He.
You said a concentration save for me?
Yes, be just a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And he fails each on your thing.
Takes 10 lightning damage.
That actually kills him.
All right, and the corpse is thrown back 10 feet.
And you maintain your spirit guardians as the spider that bites Euchaunkas explodes in a spark of lightning and flies away. Not by his choice. That is the end of their turn. And we move to the next in the initiative order, which is Euchaunkas, actually.
I'm going to call some more lightning.
Okay.
On the Ettercap.
The Ettercap, there's also the 2 swarms of spiders. One of them's on you.
Yeah, I'm not going to hit myself with lightning.
Oh, no, I know. Okay. All right, fine. Go ahead and shoot the Ettercap. I'll roll his dexterity save. He got a 16.
Okay.
So he's going to succeed on that saving throw.
But will he... Hold on. Hold on. Avoid a spiritual weapon. Yep.
The lightning bolt strikes and then kind of rematerializes and forms into a little cloud that bops into his head, but unfortunately does not actually hit him. The Ettercap is looking pretty bad, though. Lightning, you called. He did call. Is that the end of your turn, Euchaunkas?
Yep.
Farzu.
Is there any, how tall are the trees?
I mean, they go up and up and up. They probably go, I mean, at this point, maybe 200 feet.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they're fucking tall trees. There are plenty of limbs if you want to, like, jump on.
Yeah. Then, is there any, like, is there a giant spider left next to...
Absolutely.
Like, is one of the swarms?
Yeah, there are 2 swarms. There's the Ettercap, and there is 1 giant spider remaining.
Right.
The
So I'll
swarms
place
are on your friend, so you probably don't want to shoot those with your wand.
Yeah. I'll like wave my hand around over this giant spider and cast like a green seal of it, and I'll jump down and sort of plunge my sword down into it.
Alrighty.
Just in green flame blade.
The lunge as you fly back down and rush through.
With my familiar getting
I believe
me,
your familiar is helping you there, so you will absolutely hit with that. 16. You rush in and strike through, and the giant spider is finished off. I know the second 17 shouldn't be there, but
yeah, it bounces off to the another.
Oh,
spider.
to the swarm.
Yeah, so impaling the spider, like the flames travel down and like burn out the swarm.
Mm-hmm. Ah, damn. All right, so the swarm is going to take a 7. The swarm is on the brink of or one of the 2 swarms on the brink of destruction, and that giant spider hisses and burns into a horrible spidery husk under your green flame. And speaking of sword, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'll just bonus action dash away.
All right.
Oh, sorry about that.
I'll use my bonus action to cast Mass Healing Word.
Oh, hot damn. All right. Alrighty. Everybody's
Five's better than nothing.
Okay. It's 5 times the number of players. It's actually 20. So, better than it feels.
Nothing for me.
One per person.
Yeah.
And I will use my... Is there any more spiders near me?
So there are 2 spider swarms. One is on you, and one is on Euchaunkas. The one on Euchaunkas is almost gone. The one on you there's so many spiders on you. Tiny little venomous spiders trying to bite you.
Is it feasible for me to physically attack them?
Yes, you can. You just make your regular attacks, but we would visualize it as you just swatting them and pulling them off.
All right, in that case, I will hit them with my own set of bugs.
Wait, what? Oh, jeez. Oh, no! The bees! Yeah, you hit him.
Hornets versus spiders.
The hornets all come out of the... You take your hornet's nest mace and hold it up, and the hornets all...
Attack, my pretties!
all buzz out and begin to pick off the spiders. To everyone else, there's a really strange war of bees versus spiders going on Sword's face, which is very unsettling. How does that do? 12? All right. Yeah, that swarm is now halved. It's less than half its maximum HP. In really bad shape. The Ettercap goes. It is going to use a command destroy, and the 2 swarms are going to attack. Actually, he's going to just use command destroy, probably on you, Euchaunkas. And the 2 swarms, what's left of them, leap off of Sword and onto you, and begin to attack. They both attack. Bite and bite. And it doesn't matter, as neither of them are able to make any real contact on you. That is the end of the Ettercap's turn. The swarms start in your Radiance Sword, actually. Can you roll your Spirit Guardians as your cherubs join in with the Hornets to defeat? Oh, no. Oh, and with that, the two swarms are destroyed. As your little cherubs pick off the few remaining ones. And Lorquin, it is your turn. You stand there, sword ablaze, and you see the large, purple, hulking spider creature about 30 feet away, looking like it is about to beat a hasty retreat. What would you like to do?
I'm going to run towards it and start attacking it.
Yeah, you rush forward, sword ablaze. It holds its clawed hands out like, no, don't! It doesn't say anything, though. It makes horrible clicking spider sounds.
I'm just going to use my fighting spirit and then attack him twice.
Oh, hot damn. I imagine in DnDTime, the animated series, it kind of goes into slow motion as you rush forward with your fighting spirit. And yeah, you hit both times. Holy shit. Oh my god. All right, 17, 24, 31 points of damage. You double the amount of damage that has been done to this Ettercap and destroy him as you shing, cut him into chunks. Little bits of purplish, smoldering flesh collapse to the ground around you, Lorquin. And
the only thing I say is I don't like spiders.
I don't like spiders. And then there's a clap of thunder in the background. And as you all realize that this group of enemies that had attacked you has been defeated, what's the next move? As the kind of unease sets in.
I see why. Your mother's gone. Holy, what the fuck? It's with all these spiders.
That was a lot of spiders.
That was a lot of spiders.
I offer it's kind of average feeling to anyone that wants it.
I'm at full. I'm fine.
At least, yeah. Well, I'll walk over to the Ettercap and investigate it for clues.
Yeah, Euchaunkas, your storm is still swirling overhead.
Yeah, it's gonna stick around.
Yeah, you go and investigate the Ettercap for clues.
What's left of it.
Yeah, you pick up the chunks of the Ettercap Lorquin just, I imagine, standing nearby, just totally nonchalant. And yeah,
I'll eat some of that too.
It tastes a little acidic, but
Ettercap is good eating.
Yeah, really not that bad. You think maybe it'd be better if it were cooked a little more or less. You're not sure which. Might be better more raw, or you're not. Yeah, it's just one of those things you're not sure which way you'd like it.
I do one of my favorite pastimes and start randomly shooting lightning into the spider webs.
Yeah, it's very medium. And Sword, as you pick up the chunks of Ettercap, you see that it has a small pouch that it had kept kind of tied around a small little vine that it kept like a belt. And as you go through the pouch, you find all sorts of different strange little things. You find small gold coin. You find yeah, I mean, mostly it's just small trinkets like that. Like a thimble, you find a button. But the thing that really gets you is you find a crumpled up piece of paper. And as you kind of unfurl it and look at it, it looks like it's a page torn out of that notebook. Small picture of a spider kind of etched onto it. But above that, more picture. A picture of an Ettercap.
Oh, do you think this is her mom?
A picture of webbing all over the place. And a picture of a girl suspended from the webbing.
I sincerely hope that isn't the mum. Because that could end very badly.
But yeah, you find this very crude drawing by a young girl, or presumably by a young girl, depicting some strange ritual. What's your play on that?
What was the ritual again?
You're not sure what the ritual would be, but the image just depicts a girl strung up in spider webs, and some Ettercap looking like it's doing some ritualistic hand gesture or whatever.
Yeah.
There's some strange smoke in it. Go ahead.
That this Ettercap could be her mom. Her mother.
Could be her.
Well, she's dead.
Well, you should probably go. I don't know.
I think she was long dead before the Ettercap business.
We should probably go find the corpse.
Well,
wait, you can't die.
Can I try to follow where these guys came from?
It begins to rain, which it's not too bad where you guys are because of all the overhanging webs, but it's kind of drips and drops of water. One of them lands right on the opened, crumpled up paper and kind of smears.
Hey, my storm just got stronger.
It did just get stronger. And you call more lightning down!
Stupid spiders.
And do you just continue down the passageway now?
Yep.
Did they just come from the passageway though?
Yeah, it seemed like they were coming from right up ahead of you. In fact, Farzu, you know for certain, because of the spider's web sense, that they came from that direction. You know for absolute certain.
Then let's just go that.
Yeah. As you travel further down, you come to a point where the webbing seems to lighten a little bit. There's a bit of a clearing almost. And looking up, you can see, up ahead of you, there's a large tree stump. The stump itself, almost 10 feet wide. A massive tree once stood in this clearing. The clearing is about 40 feet in diameter in its own right, and you can see clear up toward the stormy sky above. At the base of this stump, you see a hollowed-out tunnel descending deep under the earth. Beyond just webbing and darkness.
That's inconvenient. All right. I guess we go down the hole.
All right, who's gonna go first?
I look to the one that can fly.
I will scout first. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not an easy place to.
As I go down the hole, I take out my deployable 10-foot pole and just start poking down, like a blind man.
Alrighty.
I guess I'll follow suit.
Well,
And
Farzu.
I'll have the spider also go first.
Yeah.
Farzu, as the spider goes to go ahead, you immediately.
Or did Sword just
Sword just bought it out real hard. When he comes back, we'll figure out what he was saying. As soon as your spider touches the web. Oh, can you hear me, Farzu?
Yep.
Okay, cool. As soon as your spider familiar touches the web, you can tell there is another giant spider just right hidden beneath the webs right in front of you, waiting for you to approach to lunge at you.
Yeah. I whisper to everyone, with a message and stuff.
It
Spider
seems to be
right
just
there.
one.
You want me to shoot it with lightning?
You guys all just ready attacks and annihilate this spider that was waiting and hiding in wait. Lightning, an arrow fire from Farzu, and the flaming sword and spirit guardians of Lorquin and Sword destroy this dumb giant spider that was going to ambush you.
I might not like spiders, but I feel sorry for that one.
It's brutal. It's just 6 seconds, and this huge, this creature, it was kind of squeezed in this tunnel, but full-sized legs outspread would be almost 15 feet across. Very large creature that you all just obliterate into mush within seconds.
I don't feel any guilt for this, or any pity for this spider. In these woods, we have giant trapdoor spiders. You would not believe how many people I've seen just get randomly killed because the ground lifted up and a spider came out and dragged them in. This place is frankly messed up.
Mm-hmm. And Farzu leading the way with his retractable 10-foot pole. You all head down into the tunnel. After not so long, you no longer hear the rain, and even the thunder kind of dies away.
I hate being underground.
Yeah, you feel just enclosed. This is not a particularly large tunnel. It's only about 7 or 8 feet across. The spiders obviously are adapted to live in this kind of area, but it's a little weird. There's webbing all over the place, which is kind of sticky as you step. Your feet kind of stick to the floor a little bit, but it doesn't really intrude in your ability to move because of the dampness of the rain. And after a few moments, you can see up ahead, it kind of levels out and opens into some sort of underground chamber. Would any of you like to do anything as you get to this point? You can see light shining in from this other chamber below.
I'm really bad at stealth.
Yeah, I will stealth in, not touching any of the webs.
How are you going to do that exactly?
Flying?
You have so little space in this area to fly?
I thought it was opened up though.
I mean, it's like a 7-foot diameter tunnel.
Oh, but what happened to the section that was opened?
Oh, you saying once you get into that area, you're going to take to the air. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. Okay, so you want to sneak ahead and then fly up. Okay, and Sword, Scotty, you two are cool with as far as you kind of scouting ahead a little?
Yeah, no problem. I have no problems with that.
All right. So you two stay back with Euchaunkas, and Farzu, you sneak ahead, and you can see this chamber opens up into a fairly long, but not particularly tall chamber. It's only about 30 feet wide, 40 or 50 feet long. The chamber rises maybe 15 feet with rough earth to the ceiling. There are webs all over the place. It looks like it was all dug out. It might even be just held together by the webbing. On the far end of the chamber, this is again 40, 50 feet away, you can see there's a big, very immaculate webbing set up. It's a very classical kind of concentric circles spider's web. You see a little girl kind of somewhat bound up, hung up in the middle. Her head is kind of lulled. She seems unconscious. Beneath her, there is a fire that has been, or not really a fire so much as a small black box exuding this smoke. You see no light really coming from it, but there are glowing stones that provide light.
Are there any creatures around her?
Yes. Yep, you can see an ettercap is tending to the black box that is emitting these vapors, these fumes. And the fumes rise right up to the girl.
Could I try to sneak behind and
you can
free the girl?
Well, you can also see that there are a fair number. There are probably 2 giant spiders also in this. You could try to sneak up, but you'd be relying entirely on just being quiet to do so, because there's really no cover between where you are now.
Could I try to sneak behind and rescue the girl, or would that not be possible looking at the situation?
Yeah, It's a pretty open space for those 40 feet. So, I mean, sneaking over there, you probably wouldn't be able to do. Can you hear me, Farzu? Oh, looks like Farzu's having some difficulty.
Just how bound up is she?
She looks like she's woven into the web, pretty much. You can just see her. It's actually just really her head that's not entangled and wrapped up.
I see.
Yeah, she's in there pretty good.
She's attached to a wall or something, right?
Not actually. The webbing is kind of just suspended across the chamber. It's a lot of webbing, so it would take a little bit to cut down, but it could be cut down.
Okay, I will relay, the information to my friends with a message and be like, okay, they got webs everywhere, of course, this big black box, basically everything you told me, and I want to try. So could I sneak behind her and be able to cut her down, or does it look like they're keeping watch over her or something?
Well, they're definitely keeping watch of her. I don't think you'd be able to sneak. You wouldn't be able to sneak to that side of the room because it's a wide open space. But there are creatures in here that are paying attention and looking around. So there's just nowhere to hide between where you are now and.
Sounds like it's time to create a distraction.
I have just to thank for that, funnily enough.
Oh no! You son of a bitch.
I have an idea. Let me see if I can figure out what that other gap is thinking.
Yeah, and
then you do whatever your plan is that seems to have offended the big voice. Farzu,
can you roll me a perception check before Euchaunkas does this?
Sure.
Oh, shit. Farzu, this girl doesn't look like she's 8. She looks like she's 13.
Oh.
She looks older. And Euchaunkas, you sneak up and you're going to use your hat.
Yes.
As you what is it called? The Mind Flayer's Miter? What is
the Mind Prayer.
The Mind Prayer, yes. You use your big Pope hat. And what do? Are you just detecting surface thoughts?
Just surface thoughts.
Okay, let's see. The Ettercap is thinking. Oh wait, it's the Ettercap shaman. Yeah, he is thinking that the ritual is almost complete. Soon she will be of age to sacrifice.
Okay.
So
that
you can
sounds like they're aging her.
Yeah, very clearly she is aging from probably these fumes.
What's her thoughts?
The heck is his bots?
She's unconscious.
She'd have dreams.
She is dreaming of herself and a young-looking man that strongly resembles. She's very young in this dream, probably 3 or 4. A younger-looking man that resembles Leon Petir. There's a conventionally attractive woman in her like around the age of Leon. They are on a wagon taking a stroll through the beautiful countryside. You presume this is from her childhood, her with her parents. Her mother, whom is now dead.
Hey, Lorquin, so how old do human children have to be before they can be killed?
I don't know.
Considering children can't be killed, I would probably say when they reach adulthood.
What is that for a human?
Around 18.
Okay, I'd estimate the girl is older than she was. And could probably, I think, they're gonna sacrifice her. We gotta, I don't know. I mean, we knew what we had to come here to do. We had to kill them. I don't know why I even bothered. I know what we're doing. Do your thing, Lorquin. You have some kind of distraction.
We need to kill them. We can distract.
I have a distraction, guys.
I have the perfect distraction. Don't worry.
Me too. I cast Sleet Storm with the tomato rod. Yeah. At the other side of the room.
You go up to the edge of the tunnel and you're looking out, and then the entire room just gets filled with raining tomatoes. And I think we need everyone to roll for it. Lorquin, you can still do your thing, actually, if you want.
Yes, I'm just going to use Gold Mage's instant distraction.
All right.
Wow.
I'm holding on to this for a very special occasion.
The perfect distraction.
You throw Gold Mage's instant distraction, and what happens here? There's something specific. As you throw Gold Mage's instant distraction, the multicolored disc flies across the room and lands in the middle of the tomatoes. And all of the colors begin to glow in different ways. The entire disc explodes into hundreds and hundreds of tiny little bits of dust. That dust settles into the ground, and from it, you see plants begin to grow. And then from those plants, you can see small seeds that fall. The seeds planted to the ground, instantly growing into wide trees. You see small creatures quickly evolve and begin to run around and then die when a small meteor strikes them. You see the entire land covered in ash within this small temporal field, which very quickly begins to freeze over. You see that all thaw and more plants begin to grow and more creatures. And then you see small humans that begin to build settlements, and then they begin to grow and grow, and they become full-sized humans. And then they're all just standing there, and the temporal field goes away. And they start to throw a party.
What the fuck was that?
A massive birthday party begins to happen as streamers and confetti fly everywhere. What do you all do? The Ettercap is just his thoughts are.
Now would probably be a good time to try and cut the girl down.
I'm stealthing over there and trying to cut the girl out.
Farther, you sneak right over, and the Ettercap goes over to the people and is just like making gestures and like very confused. A couple of the giant spiders start going to town on the people.
How tall is this room?
20 feet tall.
Okay,
I think I'm going to also take the smoke box, put it in my back.
Yeah, sure. It's very heavy and it's made of solid stone. But if you want, you could take your turn to do that.
Sure.
Sure, yeah, you plop it in your bag. You see horrifying giant translucent spiders seem to like translucent blue spiders just warp into this reality and begin to maul the people having a birthday party. Sword,
oh no!
Lorquin, do you want to do anything?
I've not actually rolled initiative. Should I do that?
I think I'm just gonna go ahead and summon my spiritual weapon and
start fighting. You can see that the phase spiders that have appeared are far too distracted by the partygoers to like reasonably fight back, and No, I don't think you need to roll initiative here. I think you just killed them. Like, Farzu, you're able to cut down the girl for the most part.
Okay, good.
I shatter in the midst of everything.
Euchaunkas starts murdering spiders and partygoers alike.
This is great.
And the party goes from like, yeah, to people begin to flee in terror, not knowing where to go. The spiritual the cherubs appear. The place full of confetti and spider webs and cherubs. Lorquin, you're just running around with your flaming sword, just hacking spiders to bits. Euchaunkas is blowing up everything. And Farzu, you've got the girl over your shoulder, and you're just flying back.
Farzu, here, take this. Could you take this shield up to the roof and just sort of drop it? Like, lay it sort of flat and drop it.
No.
Farzu, do you do as he asked?
If I hear that, I'm just going to bolt out of that.
I don't quite understand what he asked. What?
Could you take this shield, hold it horizontally at the roof, and just sort of drop it? Like right in the middle of this chaos.
This shield?
Yes, this shield that I'm handing you.
Okay.
I'm getting as far away from that shield
take
as
the shield and
possible.
drop it.
Lorquin's like, oh, no.
As he drops it, whoa!
You see the shield begin to unfurl into a gargantuan wooden wall, which just
horizontally, really a floor.
Yeah, like a floor. One of the phase spiders gets pincered under it and then warps into some other reality. And in a few moments, all of the party goers are dead. One of them is standing around. He's like, wow, that was a weird party. And then a temporal field appears around him, and you see him instantly age into just a skeleton, which then just falls to the ground and then turns to dust.
I collect my shield.
As you look around, there's garbage everywhere, bodies everywhere. It looks like the Ettercap is just in the corner, like huddling and like sobbing to itself. It's just very concerned at what it seemed to have lived. It looks like the 4 phase
not for long.
Did not. and I think we end on this episode with Lorquin sword and Euchaunkas converging on this phase spider.
I don't know if they do, but I'd tackle it instead, tearing into its throat.
Oh god! Euchaunkas is going to eat it alive. And I think that is where this adventure comes to an end. You guys actually having successfully saved the girl.
Pretty sure we just eliminated another religion, guys. Another religion down. Chuck that one up to the Cloud Inquisition.
More of a cult, if anything.
Same thing. And congratulations, you've all earned your 200 Bartholomew bucks and your 1 experience point. Man, Lorquin, that distraction